Oh, good morning, Joe.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
We're doing well.
I will share a message this morning, and this is way off the beaten path for me because, as I think you know, I want to be upbeat all the time. I want to be a cheerleader. I want to be your financial coach. I want to encourage you to do things that you haven't been able to do or didn't believe that you could do before now. And part of the thing is, we have to take responsibility, right,
Hmm.
for our own choices. And everything in life is not about money. It's absolutely not about money. I mean, this is the tail wagging the dog. If you're thinking that chasing money is a good idea, chasing money is not a good idea. Money has to have its place, and money is a tool, right? I've said this 1,000 times. The purpose of wealth is to do good, and the more wealth you have, the more good you do. The purpose of capital is to do good. The more capital you have, the more good you can do. You can't feed the poor without having access to wealth and capital and cash flow. Even if you just spend your life raising contributions, it doesn't need to be your money, right? But the point is you're gathering, marshaling assets and helping people feed themselves, not just feeding people, helping people feed themselves, right?
Hmm.
Helping people learn how to dig their own wells so they could draw their own water, right?
Right.
Enabling people, helping people become more powerful. Now, I have to share this with you because there are many people like this, and this is a warning. You're driving down the highway, it's an unfamiliar highway, maybe it's an old country road, maybe it's an old beat up road, and you see a sign that says winding road next 78 miles. And you say, "Oh wow, this is not going to be the kind of road that I want to drive on in the middle of the night." Right? Or maybe it's a bumpy road, or maybe it's out of repair, whatever. I mean, these are warning signs. So I'm going to share a little bit of this letter that a friend and still client wrote to me. Hello, Joe. I just wanted to tell you hello, and that I hope you're doing great wherever you are. He knows where I am. I watch your financial videos and just cry to know how much I've wasted my life trying to get somewhere that I know I should be, but by bad choices, I've had much failure. This has been so hard and continues to be. I'm retirement age now and I cannot do anything but work. I recently had catastrophic engine failure in my work truck, and now I will face foreclosure, bankruptcy, etc., because I thought rebuilding it would better my life, not hurt it. I'm not going to make it out of this without a lot of pain that will last a long time. I wanted to wait to 70, like you and I talked about, and I got excited about starting to collect my Social Security at that time so that I could collect a larger amount. But now I'm forced to file for it now. That alone won't pay my bills by any means. But since I'm full retirement age, at least I won't be penalized for it, although it won't grow to the larger amount that I wanted it to be. I found out that I have a small pension, but I cannot be working my day job at all if I want to collect that pension because it's against the rules of the union. No matter where I turn, I make more mistakes. I cannot do anything that will pay me anywhere near what my monthly debt is. So really, what's the point? I'm going to stop there. There's more to it, but I know that you see my point.
Hmm.
I just shared a story of someone that I know personally. I've known him for over 30 years. And some of the things that have happened during his life have absolutely been his choice. Right? We all make choices. We all make mistakes, financial mistakes and otherwise. I've made bad investments. I made investments that my wife didn't think I should make, and I made them anyway. It's very rare that I've made a financial choice that my wife disagreed with that actually worked out.
Ha.
So men, if you have a wife who loves you and who cares about you, and when she gives you advice from her heart, listen to it. Consider it very carefully before you go against it. But I'm just thinking about this guy, and I'm heartbroken for him. Now, will he be able to dig his way out? I don't know. I mean, there's only so much skill and credentials and experience and opportunity that you have. First of all, with the mindset that may be on the scarcity side, right? It may be a little bit negative. He's got some medical issues that we won't go into, but I mean, he's heading toward kind of a narrow road here. He's heading almost towards a dead end. I mean, okay, I say all that to say this: you got to prepare in advance for the things that you absolutely don't think are going to happen to you. And if you set aside an extra $50,000, just pick a number that applies to your life. If you set aside an extra $50,000 and that money grows, just with a money market rate or some low conservative rate, and that money is set aside and accessible and liquid and available, just so that you can have an emergency fund that's meaningful. Mm-hmm. Not a $3,000 emergency fund, a serious emergency fund for serious emergencies. Set those things aside, right? We talk about having 10 accounts. You can't tap into your emergency fund for vacations and Christmas and repairing the air conditioner and going on a wild weekend to San Diego or whatever. Or sending your kid to college or special needs or training or soccer or dentures, dentures. Braces. I don't even have dentures. Braces, right? You can't do all these things out of one account. You can't make an investment out of the emergency fund. You have to have an opportunity fund. You have to have a walkaway fund, right? What's a walkaway fund? I want the ability to walk away from any situation, and I want to have the financial wherewithal to be okay. Even if I have to lose my primary job, even if I have to walk away from my primary job and go do something different, go do something new. I've had doctor clients who got sick and couldn't doctor anymore. They became lawyers. They were really, really smart lawyers, right? Now you had an MD in the courtroom, right? And then they got well again. They recovered. They went back to medicine. I mean, people changed careers drastically. But guess what? You have to have a walkaway fund. You have to have an opportunity fund. You have to have a backup to your backup to your backup. Now, if you're not there yet, you got to make the first step. Mm-hmm. Right? And this could go on and on and on, and we've already gone several minutes. But I'm trying to encourage you. The curse of youth is that you don't know what you don't know, and you think because you're perfectly healthy and strong and young and vibrant, and you've got degrees and support system behind you, that everything is going to be perfect in life. Everything is not going to be perfect in life. No one is going to have a perfect life. And everyone needs to have backup to your backup to your backup. Mm-hmm. Right? My friend here has gone through his backup. He's gone through his emergency fund. He said later in the letter, he says, one of my biggest mistakes ever was cashing in that Mass Mutual policy. It's a policy I had sold him probably about 1988, 90, somewhere in there. That policy would have been a six-figure safety net for him. And so ideally, it would have been one of 10. It would have been one of 20. Different types of assets, different types of financial vehicles. I don't care what they are. I don't have an axe to grind. I'm not going to tell somebody, well, you should not own a Krispy Kreme because Dunkin' Donuts is better. You shouldn't own a Chick-fil-A because Taco Bell is better. You want a franchise? There's a million of them out there. You want a home-based business? You want to be a serial entrepreneur with multiple types of businesses? It's great. You can create wealth in this country in thousands of ways. But don't paint yourself into a corner and run with such optimism that you spend every dollar that you make because you think that you'll make 20% more next year. Mm-hmm. I hope that this did not come across as negative. This is reality. This is life. I spend a lot of time counseling people who need to get out from under the burdens that they're carrying, both psychologically and financially, because of the hole that they dug for themselves. And 99% of the time, there's always a way out. There's always a way out. And there's a way to do better, to make better choices, to fix the issues that have been created, and then to move forward in more positive light. But you've got to put one step in front of the other. You have to take the first step. You have to do some boring and conservative things like saving money, building capital. Yeah, you'll invent the next mission to Mars. You'll invent the next robot that'll fix the self-driving cars that are not driving so well. I mean, you'll invent something. You'll do something. You'll create a service that nobody else has created. I just saw a car wash for eyeglasses in the airport. A car wash for eyeglasses. I mean, it was a machine you put your glasses into. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Never saw that before. Okay, somebody thought that up, and now it's in the airports. I mean, your future is only limited by your imagination. And you know what? If you don't have a great imagination, you can tap into the imaginations of the people around you. That's what the internet's for, right? That's what buddies are for. That's what friends are for. That's what accountability partners are for. I could go on and on and on. I want to close with encouraging you to be positive, be optimistic, have an outlook toward the future where you can literally create your own future with God's help, with the help of people around you, your support system, whoever that is, teammates, family, close friends, having a business plan. Maybe there's someone around you who would serve as a business coach. Maybe you need a business coach, right? But you've got to get started. You've got to keep an eye toward having that safety net built, and that safety net will be another one of your assets as you move forward. Hope I can help you, and I hope this conversation did help. Give you a warning, give you some encouragement to start planning on paper, with resolution, with focus. So hope that helps. Thanks, Chrissy.
Thanks.